Alright, this happens to be the Hustle exclusive store variant of ASM1, the Eminem, which has a 3000 print run and right now is on steady on a secondary market for 150 to 175. Now you got this partial sketch, which is they call it the spotlight variant, that just hit the secondary markets, hitting about 500 to 750. And also there's some 99 and that CDC 9.9 and 10 that has came out hitting the market. So here's my thought, guys. So as you can see, the picture you have just seen was the exclusive. It's a store exclusive from TheHustl. I don't know if they have collaborated something with Eminem, because I know there was some signed version of it that was sold for, I think it was about, I don't know, I think it was bought for like $500 or $700. But there was a signed version of it that was completely sold out. I think it was very limited. But anyway, let's go with the unsigned, okay? Collaborated with Eminem or not. I mean, Slim Shady, you know, you can call him Eminem. But the thing is, everybody dissing about the store variant. You know, like how you can't believe the store run. You know, I can't believe this and that. I mean, I myself, I love store variant. I just love the option that the store variant provides with a different type of cover than the actual publishing from Marvel or DC at that. You know, the releases on a weekly basis on a certain title once a month. You know, there's a ratio variant, 1 out of 10, 1 out of 15, 1 out of 25, 1 out of whatever. I mean, it goes all the way to like 1 out of 2000, 1 out of 5000 variant. Then I get that it's all marketing for Marvel and DC, even with independent like Image or Boom, whatever. But when you have a store variant that has a minimum print run of, how would you say, like 3000 or 1000 or 500 or 300 print run, there is no justifying it. You know, there's a lot of people that are saying that, you know, how can you justify that there's only 3000? You know, we need to see a proof that they have destroyed, because minimum copies for Marvel and DC has to be 3500. Okay, whatever it is, people has been bashing store variants, and when this ASM1 Eminem variant came out, everybody was jumping on it. I got it. I mean, I get it. It's a pop culture. Eminem happens to be, I mean, not happens to be, it has a huge following. You know, people outside of this comic community, the hip hop, you know, that's just people that love music. You just want to have something that has Eminem. I get it. FOMO kicked in. Regardless what it is, it's still retaining its value on a secondary market for the 3000. The color version of it is average about 150 to 175. Now you got a partial sketch, a spotlight variant, they call it. They consider that as like a second print, whatever it is. That has a print run of 1000. So where's the other 2500? Because the minimum copies that you can get is 3500. From my understanding, I could be wrong, could be 3000, but still, where is that 2000 to 2500 copies that they have made on the spotlight variant? We don't know. We don't know exactly what is going on, but that variant is selling on a secondary secondary market for about $500 to $700 raw. We're looking at raw. Now there's a handful of CGC graded book that's starting to roll out. You got 94, 96, 98s. 98 hit 1200 on a regular, that 3000 print run, and you hit like a $2500 on a on a spotlight, that partial sketch variant. And then boom, a 9.9. Three of the 9.9 came out on the market, and 110, a perfect copy of that, came out. Now, I don't know if anybody buying it. I'm not here to tell you how to spend your money, but I'm just making this video of, hey, look, if you guys are into Eminem, and if you want something that happens to be the very first, a rare comic book to have, that Marvel now, not the store variant, not an exclusive, but something that you could have gotten, which is much more rare than those ASM1, is this right here, Eminem Punisher. Eminem Punisher Kills You, No Number, by XXL magazine. Very first Eminem in Marvel Comics. Very first Eminem on a Marvel cover. All right, so this is more of a giveaway. So if you want very first, if you want something that is rare, this is it. I mean, I don't think there's ever gonna be a 9, or 10 on this, because it was a promotional giveaway. They mail it. I think 9.8 is the most highest grade that you can find on this. So it's not like you're gonna find a 9.9 people are selling for like 10, 12, 13,000. Right now, there's another one that actually Marvel has made. This is considered, this is Mighty Avenger number 3. This is what they call the limited series, limited variant. From my understanding, people are saying this is 1 of 25, but no, this happens to be a one per store variant that Marvel gave away. This happens to be the cover this is the cover homage to I think it's his second album, Eminem Part 2, and this happens to be the house that Eminem lived in, and somehow got burnt out in 2014. So this cover came out 2 months after the release of Eminem 2, Slim Shady 2. So I don't know why people are not jumping on this, paying $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Why? Because Eminem wasn't collaborating at the time. I don't know the whole backstory. I just know that I'm just scratching my head. The FOMO of people, the people, the FOMO is struck so hard that they're willing to spend $1,200 on a 9.8, okay, on a new releases that has sold, the retailer or sold the store exclusives has said that it has a limited print of 3,000 or 1,000, which they have never shown any proof of them destroying an extra copies. As you guys know, there's a lot of skepticism that's happening with the store variants, that they're not really telling you the truth. They're not really being transparent. I think it's just a comic. I just think it's just a comic market. Even Marvel, they don't tell you exactly how many books that has been printed, how many books has been given. So it's a very shady, it's a very gray area when it comes to the print run. But just going with the fact that this happens to be the very first Eminem comic book in a Marvel first cover appearance, there it is. Second cover appearance, very first Marvel, how would you say that? Marvel published, that was released from Marvel distribution. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but it's not a store exclusive. It's actually something that the Marvel comic publisher has printed and has distributed to LCS. Okay, now the ASM1, the Eminem variant, is a Marvel comic, but it happens to be a collaboration from a retail store that Marvel approved of them using that cover. Like I said, it could be a collaboration with Eminem. Then Eminem got involved with that. I totally understand. But if that is the case, just because Eminem wasn't involved with this, the value of this book is not as significant as the other. I don't know. I'm making this video just because I am just God-founded of how that book overvalues, I'm talking about the monetary value, overvalues these two books. Especially when this came out in 2014, almost 10 years, less than 9 years. This actually came out 9 years, has been 9 years. This came out in 2009. So this is about 14 years. So this kind of drives I'm going with monetary value now. This kind of draws. I mean, 9.6. You can ask for like 7, 8. You can maybe up to 1,200. 9.8. Probably we're looking at about double that. So maybe 2,000 to 2,500. I don't know. But it does make sense if it goes for that much for this really hard. This is almost a really rare book to get. All right, being the very first appearance of it all. I mean, it doesn't say it here, but I believe that this happens to be the very first appearance of Eminem in a Marvel comic book, and also on a cover. Now this happens to be one per store. One per store mean there's got to be at least about what, print run of 5, 6, 7,000. All right, and how many out there? Like I said, we don't know how many LCS was there. How many LCSs was ordering? I don't know. 25 copies. Let's just say 25 copies of Mighty Avengers. There's actually a ratio variance of this that is 1 out of 50 that has this. Maybe for you to get this as an LCS from Marvel or from Diamond Distribution, let's say, you need to order 50 of these 50 of that 1 out of 50 of the regular Mighty Avenger number 3 to get that one ratio variant along with this here. So this one here is going, I think the last 9.8 so far, I think it was for $350 to $400. I'm like, well, how can that be? How can that be when this happens to have more? I don't know. It's just to a point where it adds a homage to his second album that was released 2 months before this book came out. It shows it has some type of a history to it, where this was the very house that Eminem lived in. On the same year, this house got burnt out. It got burnt out. It caught on fire. It got burnt out. So this house is no longer there anymore. Also, along with that, this is 1 per store, and you have this you have this ASM1 Eminem variant, a store exclusive, where people were bashing that store variant has no value. It doesn't hold value. I remember people were just bashing about store variant. I love store variants. Don't get me wrong. I stayed on computer for 30 minutes on a hustle.com and trying to order that book. Of course, it crashed. And, I can't be in front of a computer all day for a fucking comic book. So my FOMO has kicked in for that 1 hour that I had. Then after a while, I said, fuck it. I can't do this, I have a life to do. I have work. I have a business to run. I can be on I can't go there, refresh the goddamn thing all the time. And yeah, I'm kind of venting here because I wanted that comic book to make like a complete Eminem set. But now if I want it, I gotta fucking pay premium for it. And I guess I'm kind of bitching about it, is that bitching and scratching my head at the same time. Is like, to me, that's a $30 book. $30 at most. I think I'll pay $50, and I think I'll pay like $75 for maybe to $150 for that partial sketch. So for those two books, I'm willing to pay close to, I don't know, $250, $300 for two books. That's the most I will go. And for me to grade that book is all up to me. I'll just get it raw in a high grade and a high name. That is what I wanted. But seeing how the crazy this market is, I just had to make this video. It's more of like a part of a rant, part of a frustration, part of what the hell. Part of frustration was like, what the hell? You have these two books that is out there. That people are spending stupid kind of money on a book that should not be in that. I mean, that's just in my opinion. If you have a bankroll that paying $2,000 to $5,000 on a 9.8, which is because there's a 1,000 print run, and by all means, if that makes you happy, spend it. But how long would that retain? Maybe forever. And we only can speculate. We only can guess. With this, how the economy is running and people are spending that kind of money, is there really a slowdown, or is the market really down, or that's a whole different subject that we can talk about at the later time. But going back again, this right here is something that people are overlooking, that there is this other options they have that they can do. There is out there for them to choose. But I just don't understand it. It's just very frustrating, because now I cannot knowing that there is an Eminem cover out there that was done, it's out there, and I can't complete it. It's just frustrating. At the same time, going back again, frustrated, but at the same time very confused. Where is the mind of these collectors that people are willing to pay for this? It's just mind-boggling. And at the same time, I'm loving it, but at the same time, it's just I just hate it because it's fucking so damn expensive. So like I said, this is just a little rant, just want to show you out there that there is this available out there, guys. If you are chasing for Eminem comic book, Eminem appearance on a cover, or Eminem appearance in a comic book, it's just overall, you have this. You have Eminem in a comic, in the interior. You have an Eminem on a cover. And you have a book that we really don't know how much out there was printed, but I can tell you this, maybe less than 500 is out there, or could be less. So there's that. There's this Eminem on a cover, just the cover, all right? Just like the ASM1 Eminem, just the cover. And at the same time, it has an homage to his album. and it's one per store. So there's got to be similar print run as the ASM1 Eminem, the color version of it. Or could be, but there is this too. All right. So hope you like this video. Tell me what you think in the comment. If this is your first time into my channel, press the subscribe button, press that thumbs up. You know, helping with the algorithm, and along with, yeah, just comment. Let me know what you think. Is the crazy has gone mad over Eminem? Are they overlooking these books? You know, what is it about the ASM1? And is the print run true to what the store retailers are saying they are? They could have made more. Or are they true that there's only 3,000 on the regular and 1,000 print run on the Spotlight partial sketch variant? You let me know what you think. I would just love, and I think on my next podcast, I think I want to kind of talk about this, just kind of get the conversation going. All right, guys. Until next time, aloha, mahalo, shoots.